What up, though? And welcome to the Boss Up Ball Out Podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors. It's your man, Curt. On today's show, we look at standout players on the Lions from the first quarter of the 2024 season. Do us a quick favor, like the video, share the video, and comment on this video, man, so we can get out to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. If you enjoy the content and you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 2,000 subscribers, and we're currently at 1885, man. We do this show for you. So go ahead, man, and become a part of the Boss Out Ball Out family. Now it's time to bring in my co-host for today's show, man. Y'all see him all wrapped up with his snuggie. My man, the coach of the Jackson Northwest Mounties, the defensive line coach, man. It's who?
Yeah. Hey, it's kind of nippy down here, man. It's Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lion fans?
Man, y'all know who it is, man. It's the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. Big Huggy from Yaktown. LL Cool Torrance. What's going on, my guy?
What's up, everybody? Good Monday morning.
Man, thank you for starting your week with us right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. If you are new to the channel and don't know how we get down here, we look at Detroit Lions news, headlines, or takes. If we agree, we say they are bossed up. If we disagree, we say they are balled on. And then we give our take on why we agree or disagree. No hot takes here, just natural debate and our true thoughts and feelings about what's happening with our favorite team, the Detroit Lions. Man, and sometimes, we can disagree with each other. So let's look at today's topic for today's show. All right, first quarter standout players on offense. You know what I'm saying? Coach Jones going to do that. Then we'll ship it over to LA. Talking about some standout players on defense. And then I give my take on the best plays from the first quarter of the season. But we got to kick it on over to Coach first to talk about our standout players on the Lions offense. What you got, Coach Jones?
Yes, sir. And those standout players goes as follows. First off, we got to talk about Waymo, man, because everybody has something to say about him in the offseason, man. We was all like, man, if he just get back to his form, if he just, the explosiveness, he's finally healthy for a full offseason. And what do you know? Jameson Williams has put together 13 catches for 289 yards, and that's a 22.2 yards per catch. Good God. That boy fast, man, and he broke his longest for 70 yards, and he also got 2 touchdowns, man. And I think, and Jamo also got I believe 3 carries for 21 yards as well. So yeah, he's making an impact, and James Williams is becoming that number 2. He's becoming that true complement to Amon Ra, who is the chain mover, who is the go-to kind of possession guy. And then Jameson Williams is being that explosive down the field threat that stretches the defense like we all had hoped and wished when he got drafted. Boy, that boy fast. Next up, we want to get David Montgomery, man. David Montgomery has 63 carries for 271 yards and 4 touchdowns. Man. He is the guy who I feel like we all not we all, but I'm saying as Lions Nation, we kind of brushed under the rug a little bit. Everybody talking about, oh man, Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta and this and that, and that guy is still averaging 4.3 yards a carry. What that mean? 3 rushes, first down. That's how we do it at Northwest. We milk the clock. You know what I'm saying? And man, David Montgomery has been such a bright spot, and it's like once we get him going, our offense opens up. Everything is open then. All the lanes, everything is open once David Montgomery gets going, and he has speed to hit the outside. I don't want people to think he's just a power back, like, oh, he's like Jamal Williams. He can only do certain things. No, everything is open in his wheelhouse. There's no play that he cannot run. He can hit the corner. He can hit passing route. He can hit the Texas route. He can hit the seam route. David Montgomery can do it all. Now, last but not least, I'm going to talk about a guy who I think can be the 3rd wide receiver in this group, and that's Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick has shown he's shown flashes of what he was in Denver. Tim Patrick is the big body guy at 6'4", and he showed a little breakaway ability with that 29-yard game, man. He showed a little bit of separation, but he has 5 catches for 72 yards, and that's a 14.4 yards of reception. So Tim Patrick, I believe that he's going to fit right in at the number 3. We always wanted that bigger receiver, that 6'4", that 6'3", that guy that can stretch the field and get a little separation. I think we found it, man. But what do y'all have to say or add to that, man? Because I think those 3, outside of Monra and Jared Goff, are my 3 offensive players that I just feel like stood out.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give you a boss up on that one. And LL said something in the chat. Time we talk about he lists Jared Goff, but Jared Goff struggled at the beginning of the season, so kind of not really time to talk about Jared Goff right now. Said James was having that breakout season that a lot of us expected. Now that 22.2 yards is 3rd in the NFL. I mean, go ahead, do your thing, Waymo. David Montgomery is the heart and soul of the offense right now. He's not the leading rusher is Jahmyr Gibbs, but he sets a tone for that offense, and that his physical style of play, leading the team with 4 rushing touchdowns, man. When the Lions get down there in that deep red zone, Monty's can punch it in behind that offensive line, and he sets the tone. Like he's just a nasty physical player, man. And like you said, he has all the tools. He doesn't. It's not like Jahmyr Gibbs, where it's like super, explosive, but he has speed to the outside. He can catch out of the backfield. He can do it all from the running back position. And then Tim Patrick, his increased involvement in the offense is going to help spread the ball around, which means fewer double teams for St. Brown and LaPorta. And, with Jalen being able to stretch the field, you're going to be able to see those openings in the pass game, man. You look at that big catch, man, where kind of J-Mo drew the coverage away from Tim Patrick, and he kind of just slid in behind him where, J-Mo was on that go route, and then like that deep end was Tim Patrick, and he just slid right there in there behind that coverage. So with all that being said, man, I like what he brings to the offense. And I can't lie to you, I was one of those guys like, man, we don't need no big body receiver, and because y'all know I was saying that, I'm on him to what I said. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Tim Patrick right now. So that's my bad. What you got, LL?
I don't think you did nothing wrong. You just, saying what it is. But congrats to Tim Patrick for contributing. I guess I get this on a boss up take 2. Come on, I can't. You already know how I feel about Jameson Williams. I feel like he'd be looked at as, a much better player had it. He had different opportunities. But yeah, I'm glad that he's finally getting those opportunities. Who was the second one?
Timo
Montgomery.
I mean, you already know who. That's my dog anyway. And ever since, I've just been hearing from different press conferences and different words from the organization that they kind of view him how some of us do. That he's probably the most important piece, or one of the most important pieces to our offense and to our football team. I don't need to say much more than that. And Tim Patrick, definitely a contributing addition, a welcome addition. I didn't really think we need a big body receiver either. I don't think it's him necessarily. It's, he's the guy in that spot and he's getting opportunities. So, but thank you, Tim Patrick, for not wasting those opportunities and contributing, man. Every time he gets the ball, it's a big play, similar, or I should say big play, but a needed play maybe. Kind of like Josh Reynolds, he just 3rd and 7 and everything is flying around. You're looking at, is the St. Brown over there? Oh no, it's over there, and then nope, Tim Patrick just out the blue someplace with the ball across the first down. So I like that kind of stuff. So let's go offense. Oh well, and I want to make sure because Curt kind of paraphrased me there. I was joking, number one, but I thought for sure Mike would pick Jared Goff. But because nobody had picked, so I was like, I just picked defense, and that was my joke. I'll let Mike talk about his friend. He didn't even do it, so it don't even matter.
You know what? And then the one thing I forgot to mention wow, I threw out all them stats. I forgot a key stat. David Montgomery also had 9 catches for 94 yards, which is a 10.4 yard per catch average. He doing it all, man. The forgotten guy. People don't mention a lot.
I ain't forgot you.
He the heart and soul.
Well, one thing I will say this about our friend, or what I'm saying, like LL likes to call him. He is I think Jeff Risden put out an article yesterday. He is I believe he's the highest rated offensive player on the Lions right now for PFF. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Maybe he a vegan. That's why he had a slow start.
Man, and happy birthday to Jared Goff, man. He turned 30 over the weekend, man. I mean, well, he's got a birthday coming up. His wife, posted a little thing where she gave him, his cake and everything like that. So congratulations to JG, you know what I'm saying, having that birthday. Turning 30, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Happy birthday from you, LL.
Yeah, man. I'm not messing around right now. You know what? Hey, like the video, share the video.
Take it back then.
Hey, comment on the video, man. All of these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. Make sure you check us out on other platforms, man. We're gonna do that to follow the crew. But I'll do a little bit of something over there on LNU, you know what I'm saying? So go check out, be a part of the movement at Lions Nation Unite, man. Make sure you check out the Wolverine Lions Sports Talk, man, that YouTube channel. Be popping, man, and some big changes coming to YouTube, man, as far as YouTube Shorts, man. So we can be able to bring you a lot more content over there on the YouTube Shorts, man, because they're going to 3-minute videos on the 15th, man. So we'll be able to bring you a little different content over there on the Shorts channel, man. So go ahead and check it out. All right, LL, man, talk about these standout players on the Lions defense, man. What you got, my man?
Well, let's take a look from this first little bit of the season. You already know the first name on there is the first name that should probably be on there, and that's Aiden Hutchinson, man. He had that big 4.5 sack game. Currently sitting at 6.5, 14 quarterback hits, 6 tackles for losses, and 1 forced fumble. I was looking for the rush or pressures. I couldn't find that one.
40.
But he and now is he the league leader in pressures? I know he's up there.
Yeah.
He's not the league leader. He's
in
the top couple of them.
He was the lead leader at 40, and then the next guy below him was at 23. Now they probably got a little more now, but they still ain't got 40.
Right. Well, congrats to my dog, as you seen Coach Mike holding up that Wolverine. I remember, I don't know if it was one of you gentlemen, but I remember in the offseason somebody had said that, compared Aiden Hutchinson for some strange reason to Kyle Vanden Bosch. And I'm so glad that he's looking like this, because maybe they'll never, ever do that again, because Kyle Vanden Bosch never looked like this in his entire life, not even if he would have went in his professional career and played with the little kids.
I said he had a motor like
that. Was you then? Oh, man, I was hoping that there wasn't nobody on this. But, we'll forgive Coach Mike for that. Number 2 on my list is, another one of my dogs, that man, Kirby Joseph. I feel like I'm making jokes on Twitter. Nobody ever really interacts. If y'all remember Boomerang, when he was outside playing like he lost his dog, that Kirby! Anytime Kirby do anything good, that's what you hear me saying, or yelling rather. But, up there with 3 picks, 4 pass defense, and 22 tackles at that free safety spot. I really like that, man. It's just simple football, man. If you just ever wonder why they don't do this, why they don't do that, yeah, man, just put a safety back there, a guy who can clean it up. And then you put them guys who, lock them down in man, and anything make it pass, you got Kirby back there. And that's exactly how it's been looking so far. So shout out to my dog, Kirby. And another one of my dogs has been a long time coming. Of course, he doesn't look like how we all thought that he would, but he's looking better than we thought that he might after a while, because, he had a bunch of injuries. It wasn't looking so good for him. We would hear some positive things, and then he'd go out there and not look good. But, we heard some positive things, but it wasn't as much as usual as the last couple of years. We just heard a lot. At least I was hearing a lot about Levi, and that he wouldn't do much. But we heard some about Levi. Now he's out there doing a little bit more, My dog, Levi Onwuzurike, 1.5 sacks, 5 QB hits, 10 total tackles, and 1 forced fumble, man. Looking good, man. Just a welcome addition to this defensive line. He's filling in at a position that we actually do need. Edge, I never thought we would see that, unless I was mentioning, because I remember a long time ago, whatever the scheme was supposed to run, that 3-3-5, it kind of fits that kind of thing, but whatever. We ain't going to go into specifics on that. But I'm glad to see Levi actually out there and contributing, man. I'm a fan of his. I like him. I like him, man. I'm glad that he's actually out there. So what do you guys think about these first quarter, defensive standouts?
I'll let you go first there, Coach John. You're a defensive coach. What you got, man?
Yeah, I mean, the Wolverine, shit. Y'all tripping out here, man. Y'all acting like he ain't the man. Aiden Hutchinson is the man, and I think that his hard work, his work ethic, is shown that he's developed his skill. He's honed in. He's getting the sacks that people were kind of discrediting him about, and he's getting the pressure, which people try to say that's a ghost miss stat. Until he got the sacks, now all of a sudden it's a formidable fact stat. So he always been doing that, man. Just that when he gets home with them sacks, it just makes it all that much more better, man. And Kirby Joseph, shouts out to Kirby Joseph because he signed my hat. So I ain't got nothing wrong to say about that, man. No, but Kirby Joseph has been a pleasant surprise because of the fact that he kind of had that down year last year, man. Kirby Joseph has really come on, man. And he, like I said, if the Pro Bowl started today, Kirby Joseph would be on it. So that's all you gotta say about that guy. He's all over the field. He's a ball hawk, and he's doing what ball hawks do, man. That's stay around that ball. And last but not least, I forgot who the third person was.
Levi.
Oh, I know.
Levi.
I was actually about to, that was a little segue. Levi Anzarike, the enforcer, my man, got my name. I gave him that name. Levi, man, I'm just so happy that you are able to have you bounced back from back injuries, which take people out the game. Tell you right now, I got a back injury, and I won't even mess with the same stuff I was messing with before the back injury. So Levi, he added weight to that frame, and he's become a terror out there. He's actually made his game more versatile on the inside and outside. So Levi Anzarike, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a boss up take as well. Looking at these guys, man, I mean, what can you say about Hutchinson, man? Defensive player of the month for the NFC. Balling right now, leading the NFL in sacks and pressures. I mean, not a lot to say about that guy. Curt, second in the NFL in interceptions with 3. Definitely has raised his level of play. I think one thing that's helping him, even though he wasn't there last game, is having Branch out there opposite of him at safety. And that's helping him become a better ball hawking player where he can kind of just roam back there free and let Branch play in the box. And Branch is, that them two are going to be a formidable safety pair for the season, man. As they play more and more together out there in that back end, man, it's going to be something to see with those two dudes, man. And then, of course, Levi Anzarike, man, he has have involved into that player that they wanted. They thought they were going to get out of Washington because he was the highest rated defensive tackle coming out in that class. People really don't really remember that, but he was up there.
Do you remember who number 2 was? Allegedly?
No, who was that? Was it
supposed to be Aleem
McNeil? So yeah, they got both of them. Yeah, so it's good to see him finally being here from those back injuries, man. With that increase, his role increased. Now the Davenport's out for the season unless the Lions go out and try to make a splash in free agency. I don't see that happening or trade or anything like that. And the reason being is that the Lions are right now they're more apt to pay their own guys that the guys that they brought in, and you got some contracts coming up. You can looking at guys, Aiden Hutchinson, Aleem McNeil, hell, even trying to re-sign Levi, Derek Barnes. There's some guys, some names out there that I think the Lions may want to keep on the roster. So
and they got 50 some odd tied up in some.
Yeah, so I'm not sure that that's going to be a avenue they want to take. Now, I'm not saying that they won't, because you can never say never. You know what I'm saying? But like say if we get the trade deadline is a little less than a month away, and if we get there and we're where we are like in the tops in the NFC, and we need that extra piece. It may be something they may do. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying. If you can hear what I'm saying. But hey, thanks for watching, man. Like the video, share the video, and comment on the video, man. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans just like yourself. All right, man, let's round this thing out and look at some of the top plays from the first quarter of the Lions season 2024. First up, it's got to be that 40-yard catch and run by Demo. I almost picked the hook and ladder play from the Arizona game, but that Demo, it was something about that play. It wasn't a scoring play, but you see how he put Witherspoon on his back, and then you hear the pads pop, and he got that angry run from Kyle Brandt. So he's a double scepter this season already. He only played 4 games, and he won angry runs twice already.
I like the fan base because when that happened, you heard the collectively, ooh, like it was that was nice.
So and that really started that play started the drive that put that game out of reach. So I'm loving that. All right, then for defense, man, I gotta have Kirby Joseph's interception of Geno Smith. You look at the way he pinned the ball against his body, so he would survive the catch would survive when he hit the ground. The way he contorted his body and make sure he kept his hand under the ball and it's pinned against his body and it didn't move when he touched the turf. Then that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. And then finally, man, I said it Friday on the live show, man. Foxy performance versus the Cardinals was crazy. I couldn't pick one really play from the special teams, so I had to look at him. 4 out of 5 punts down inside the 20 versus Arizona. That's ridiculous. That's an all-pro type of performance from a punter. And I almost picked the fake punt to Vaki, when Jack Fox threw it to him, but we lost the game. Man. Lost, you lose that game, But Jack Fox was an integral part of that Arizona win because we didn't score any points in the second half, but he kept their ass pinned inside the 20 down there the whole second half. So shout out to Jack Fox, man. Those are my best plays of the 2024 first quarter. All right, fellas, what do you think? Just give me your quick thoughts on the plays if you have something different.
I have to agree with you, Curt, right there. Then I might throw in that Jared Goff reception for the touchdown to add in maybe a third, like a 3B, just to slide a LL a little bit. But with that being said, I like them, and I can't even argue with you right there, Curt. Them top 3 right there.
Yeah, man. I'm with it. Add a Jared Goff play. That was an excellent play as well. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that kind of fool. But I don't really have any additions. You picked out Jack Fox. 2 of them punts was in the fourth quarter, and they held him in the 10. Mm-hmm. So that's my dog, Jack Fox.
Yeah, Foxy was doing his thing, man. And I would say that the play by Jared Goff, man, the touchdown, man. My favorite part was the high step in the end. He did the high step. I was like, go ahead, Jared, man. But someone said like he was trying to make sure no one rolled up on the back of his legs, you know what I'm saying? Because that he had that big defensive lineman kind of rolling up on him. So, he threw the ball in the stands, man. And the EQ killed me on the St. Brown Brothers podcast. He was like, how did it feel to see Jared Goff throw your only touchdown pass in your career into the stands? But they got that ball back. They end up giving the fan who caught it, they end up giving him a different, the staff caught him up, got the ball from him and gave him a different ball. So the actual ball went back to the team. So
good question. I know this ain't the same scenario, but I remember years ago it was like one of them Tom Brady footballs. Mm-hmm. It was like whatever the record is breaking this football it was, right? And the fan got it and they gave him a raw deal, in my opinion. Maybe they gave him something and couldn't announce it, but they gave him some BS. Now I know it ain't the same scenario. My bad, Coach Mike, for holding us up. But I know it ain't the same scenario. But what would it take to get that ball from you? Like if they came, he was crazy enough to throw it in the stands, you got it. and they come to you like, hey man, we want that football. What is it gonna take for them to get that football from you?
Actually, hell, they probably ain't gonna let you leave the stadium with that ball, man. So
yeah. They not. Hey,
security gonna be like, hey, bro, you ain't going with that ball, dog. You
take that walk with me, bro. We gotta talk.
Yeah, they because because that the ball actually, even though it's a suit, because technically with those plays with throwing in the stand like that, technically that's a fine. So Jared Goff got an envelope from the thing. Now the ones, remember Cam Newton used to give the ball to the kids. Mm-hmm. Like to hand someone the ball is one thing. To throw it into the stands is a fine. So those security people are like, nah, bro, you.
Well, I would turn that mug into Al Sharpton to be down there, and I don't even. These is jokes, by the way. But I don't even like them. But Al Sharpton gonna be there. Jesse Jackson.
Nah, you know what though? But most teams have something where they have a program where they, like I said, like that fan, he did get a ball. He just can keep that ball.
Yeah, no, I would ask for a lot. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It ain't like baseball where you got it like it's they have like 1,000 baseballs for a game. You know what I'm saying? Where
I also didn't know that rule. I thought that if you throw it in there, it's man, but. It wouldn't be so easy. They might have to fight me for it.
Nah, man. Hey, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. All these things help us get this content to more Detroit Lions fans, just like yourself, man. Thank you for starting your week right here on the Boss Up Ball Out podcast, man. You're home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Do us a quick favor. If you want to see us other places, man, follow us on your favorite social media platforms. My man, Coach Jones, like I said, he does a great job over there on his Wolverine Sport Talk, man. Those shorts over there are great. I put this content on all of my social media platforms, man. I cut it down, and you'll see all of us on my platforms, man. And then, of course, LL, you know how he gets down, man. And, the bye-week blues, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't quite as thirsty on Thursday, but, with the Cowboys coming up, I'm sure he's going to be thirsty as all get out this week, man. All right, time for party shots for today's show on this Monday morning, man. Starting off the week, man. Bye week is done. So what you got, LL?
Well, I might as well stir the pot just a tad. Shout out to my family down in Texas. Shout out to my cousin Kiva and her husband and her beautiful kids, and all of them is great at life and stuff. I got a young cousin play football down there. He's doing well, and a couple of my young cousins run track. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to my homegirls down in Texas as well. Just as we talking about Texas, shout out to Chanel and Santana and everybody. I probably shouldn't have said either of those names, but shout out to both of y'all. Houston in the other spot where y'all at. But shout out to Texas, man. Hopefully y'all won't take it personal, and y'all won't have to cheat this time around, because we coming to kick y'all in the backside. And I fully expect that. So let's go Lions against them Cowboys. Happy Monday.
All right, what you got, Coach Jones?
I just want to say that my dad's a turncoat. I'm just gonna say it like it is, because he's been a lifelong Cowboys fan. All of a sudden this year, he's like, "Oh, I'm a Texans fan. I can do that. I live right outside of Houston."
I mean,
bro.
You go to Houston, you might want to do that too.
No, he's been a Cowboy fan since the 70s, man. So I'm not. I don't feel none of that. Okay, none of that. So you tripping, bro. But I want to say also, last but not least, I want to give a shout out to our quarterback, man, because we went up to Berkeley and wiped the floor with them boys on Saturday, because that they had Jewish school and it was fasting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so we had to play on Saturday. Shout out to Gabe Krishner, man. He had a passing touchdown. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. That's our quarterback. Man, he won the prep player of the week, man. And hey, we coming, man, because it's the crosstown rival, Palmer Western, coming into town, man, and it's about to be some slow. It's about to be something. So I'm ready. I'm hyped.
All right, Coach Jones said it's slow slinging and some flower bringing up in that thing. For me, start this money off, man, and just I have to say, and I'm just heartened to see a lot of false information going on social media. about some situations. But what I will do is I will give my thoughts and prayers to. I live in North Carolina, and the people for the western part of the state, Asheville, all those people out there who were affected by Hurricane Helene. I and I know that you guys are at the center at some BS right now, but my thoughts and prayers are with you guys, man. Hopefully you guys get the assistance, help that you need. I know it's going to take a while. You living in the mountains, it's hard to get to you using helicopters and supplies. It's hard to get to you guys out there, but hopefully, everyone's is as patient as they can be because the help's coming. It's just hard to get to you guys because of the location that you're in. But once they can get those roads fixed and things like this, things of that nature, man, and they're gonna keep those helicopters and all those soldiers out there helping you guys out, man. My thoughts and prayers are with Tennessee, Georgia, and North Carolina, all those in that area, that little corner area where you guys got affected by the hurricane, man. And look out, Florida. I know another one's on the horizon. It's hurricane season, and I know that another one's brewing out there on the coast, man. So my thoughts and prayers of those individuals as well, man. But thank you for starting your week off with us right here at the Boss Up Ball Out Podcast, your home for organic debate about Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Enjoy your day at work, man. If you have some joy in your life, spread that joy. But if you don't have any, don't take no one else's. Do your man Curt still a favor. Whatever you're doing, like you guys to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my man LL Cool Torrance and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon.